You know what's crazy? I've made some of the most brutally honest bike rack reviews on the YouTube. So today is different. We're gonna do a cheap rack that they sent to me for free and see if it holds up to some daily abuse. The bike rack is rated for 200 total pounds. Now let's talk about assembling the bike rack. So it's a pretty heavy box, maybe 50, 60 pounds, and it was pretty difficult. If you are a middle-aged male, you may struggle with this because you don't like to read the instructions. So after I got it basically bolted on the car, there was some issues with interferement. Basically, I had to unbolt one of the tray arms and then put it back on the right side because I didn't follow the instructions. Basically relate this to assembling IKEA furniture. So everything on this bike rack does not have a lever, so it's a little bit manual. To give you a recap of loading this bike rack, it is a little bit manual-ish. It's kind of like not having power windows. It does take a little bit of effort on your side to get the straps hooked around the tire in the right orientation and hooked onto the main part of the frame. And if your bike is carbon frame like my e-bike, you're probably not going to want a rack like this, just to be perfectly honest. There's one thing to note about the center post rack that grabs onto the main frame. It makes things incredibly stable. To make up the difference between electric heavy bike and regular 30-40 pound non-electric bike, I'm going to go Dukes of Hazzard over the speed bumps and show you how stable or unstable this bike rack is. So those speed bumps were a little bit tame, so there is a vicious road up here that basically has 25 consecutive speed bumps with a higher speed limit. So let's go do that one. I'm gonna hit these speed bumps going about 40 miles an hour. Oh, I missed part of the speed bump, so let's try it again. 40 miles an hour. So after irresponsibly driving over the speed bumps at 40 miles an hour, I'm honestly a little bit impressed with this bike rack. It's literally the best over the speed bumps trial run I've ever done. But I want you to keep in mind one thing. So I learned this from the comments on my videos, the height of the ratch, the height of the hitch determines how wiggly this is. So this is a Toyota 4Runner with a lot of ground clearance. So the hitch is way off the ground. So I'm gonna do an unloading demonstration because that's what bike racks are all about. So step one, we're gonna take the ratch off, not get hit by a car. Then we got the seat post strap. So I'm pretty capable, so it pops out. So one key factor, it's really important to fold your bike rack up when it's not in use. So there is some bad things about this rack and its affordable price tag. We gotta pull the cotter pin and the pin to fold this guy up. Oh, okay. I might have tightened this bolt too tight because it takes a lot of force. So we basically just push this wherever we want. Like we can push it at a hard angle towards the car. So I did discover one thing right now. So these stick outside of the car, which could be a little bit of a tripping hazard. Ooh. But not too much work. It's kind of like rolling your windows up and not having power windows. Is the bike rack perfect? No. Is it under $400? Yes. Was it the best rack I've ever drove over speed bumps with? 1000%. Having to pull this pin out to fold the rack up is probably the main complaint, and the design of this thing sticking farther out. But realistically, there's a lot of bike racks that already stick that far out. Now it's really important for you to click this playlist right here to see all my brutally honest bike rack reviews, because a lot of them are complete junk and cost over $1,000.